Hey Leo, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. I'm so glad to be doing your reading today. We're going to be looking at February 2025, what's coming at you, asking what do you need to know, what do you need to be prepared for. We're going to start with Oracle and then we're going to move on to Tarot. We only take the cards that fly out for you. If you would like for me to pray for you and you would like everybody else to put out their good energy towards you as well, say hi in the comments section, even with a little emoji. That gives us something that represents your energy that we can focus on. And I've got a really bizarre ask. So YouTube's algorithm compares your videos. I have a big community with all the zodiac signs except for 3, Libra, Leo, and Aries. So one video will get 3,000, 5,000 views. And then my audience for Leo is so small that it says this video must suck and it buries it. So that's the conundrum that all tarot and astrology readings have. So give me some love if you feel like sharing it. Show the algorithm that your Leo friends, sisters, brothers need to see this video and help it get some drive forward. Speaking of which, drive, get going. And this is the mudra. So if you want a physical representation of this message, it's like this, get going. I'm bursting with energy and it's red. I love that. You interlock your hands. So when you're thinking about it, when you're praying, when you're meditating, that's a great thing to be able to do. Get going and stretch them out that way. Your next one is I gather more wisdom every day. And then we have pay attention, a powerful message is being communicated to you now. There are like exclamation points all over your messages so far. I feel like I need to be yelling them at you. Okay, what's in store for Leo? February 2025, only taking the cards that fly out. What's in store for Leo? What do we need to know about? We start with High Priestess. She flew out. So you're in alignment with your intuition. Very powerful that way here. Coming out of any disappointment. So if there's been something that's been really heavy on your mind, something that's been painful or disappointing, you're coming out of that place of disappointment. And I like to point out that there's 2 full cups behind this gentleman. So he's looking at this spilled milk over here, these spilled cups, and you are turning around. You're in the act of turning around and seeing that there's 2 full cups behind you. That's why that flew out upside down. There's something wildly optimistic about your reading. My God, Leo. In the center, we have a beautiful twist. And it's a little bit bittersweet because there's an ending attached. It could have been a breakup, but this feels like a really good thing, even though, man, 10 of Swords is a tough ending. So there could have been, an argument attached, or it could have been sudden. But tell me more about this. 2 of Cups. Somebody was keeping you back. And maybe that could have been you working as we do, collaborating with your energies to keep yourself back as well. But sometimes just, you don't even need to psychoanalyze it. Sometimes certain matches keep us from evolving into the best version of ourselves. And that's all that needs to be said about this. For some reason, you weren't getting that, you weren't moving forward. You're getting the spiritual awakening judgment call card upside down. That's level up energy, but it was coming out upside down. So this was a fated ending. This somehow needed to happen because 2 of Wands, you're looking off into the horizon. Now you get to start with a fresh slate and ask yourself, what now? What do I want? Who do I want to be? What do I want? And you are coming out of a disappointment. You're coming out of that place of sadness. Okay. So this is like, if this is resonating and you have left a breakup, a person, it's a partnership of some sort. Yes, it's bittersweet, but let's focus on the sweet part because that's just right around the corner. I think, first of all, tend to yourself. And that means getting back your energy. I think that this has been a process and it's depleted you. And it's left an open wound and you need to tend to that open wound. So what does that look like for you? My nose is itching and it means pay attention. Okay, sorry. So Six of Swords upside down is a place that needs recovery, a place that needs healing. So you are just beginning that process of gaining your momentum, getting your groove back. What else? Love is just around the corner. Ace of Cups. I love that for you. Wild. Give me another aspect. I want a fourth column. Give me another aspect of what Leo's going through for February. Who's this King of Swords? Is this failed energy? Is this somebody else? So King of Swords is an energy that you could be taking on in February. It could be an air sign in your midst as well. It could be somebody else, but let me just describe the energy because all of you guys are going through different things. The King of Swords is somebody who is not emotional about their decisions. They want to get down to brass tacks. They want to get down to the truth of things. Sometimes they're advisors or they're lawyers. So you get kind of where I'm going with that. So when we employ the King of Swords energy in our life, it's usually because boundaries need to be made because we can't trust our emotions to do the job for us. So this is the King of Swords. If this is resonating, as in you are taking on the energy of the King of Swords, it's really important to know what it's doing for you. Because if it feels very natural, your first card was the High Priestess and intuition. So if it feels like you're in alignment with this energy, I want to tell you that it has a job. And its job is really important. It's to see what is not right in front of you. Because there's a big blind spot in all of this, the Hermit card is a very quiet energy of going within to look for information, to look for guidance. And there's the Moon card, which talks about the things that we cannot see on the outside world. There is, I'm going to give you another meaning to this, if this King of Swords is somebody else, okay? So bear with me. But for those of you who identify as taking on the role of the King of Swords, there's a purpose and it's good for you to honor it, to know what it's there for. And it's to also stick to your guns, tenacity. It's to fight off any doubts that come up, okay? So you've got this superpower. Now I want to give you another scenario. Because you guys are all going through something that is different, right? The King of Swords, if they're another individual, they could have air-like qualities, qualities like they're more cerebral, they're a lot more analytical, and they can be kind of cold, right? So that way they're similar to the last explanation. But if they've gone quiet, if they're not talking, it's because they're very much struggling to stand their ground. They don't want to be emotional in the situation because they don't ever see it coming to an end. If they get emotional about it, they're going to get warped. Their perception is going to get warped. So what these two explanations of the King of Swords has is it's there for a reason. It's because right now emotion is going to warp the story and you're never going to get that closure. You're never going to get the 10 of Wands upright. It's going to stay upside down. He's never going to put down that burden, those wands. He's never going to get to his destination, that castle, because he's emotionally up and down, emotionally easily manipulated, emotionally feeling weak. Okay, so you guys get the point I'm making. So what next? Let's ask for advice. What does Leo do? What does Leo say yes to? Keep your eyes open for. The World. This could even be possibly travel, but this is closing a chapter in a really healthy way. So there's wholesome ways. Now this happens, I feel like initially it happens suddenly and probably painfully. But actually balance for any kind of transformation, balance is required. And in fact, I'm going to botch the quote and I don't remember where I heard it, but it's such a cool thing. The quality of your next relationship depends on the way you left your last one. So basically this can have ripple effects into your next relationships, and you don't want that, right? It might not even be affecting the person directly, but it could be affecting you, and you operate differently in that relationship as a result. So balance is required for this transformation. It's going to be healthy. It's going to be wholesome. We've got messages coming through. This is good news. This does carry good news, and it's happening quick. So when you see this, it might have already happened. If it hasn't yet, keep your ears and eyes peeled. This is about what you commit yourself to. It's going to help you recover. It's going to help you heal. I think you're going to be getting news that helps you heal. What about this Hierophant? I think that despite your differences, you come down to the same ethics. So it behooves both parties to have a healthy closure, even if it's exhausting. What's funny is that this doesn't even have to be super direct. This could be something you see online, something on social media, something that gives you a sense of closure. This could be even messages via text. I don't think anybody wants to be the bad guy here. I think that actually everybody wants it to come to a healthy, wholesome ending. When the Ten of Swords occurs, it's usually, it feels pretty harsh and sudden because emotions are somewhere in the vicinity. They're not in the front, right? They're working in the back. Usually it's some of those more destructive emotions like fear, that make us act in sudden ways like that to protect ourselves, oftentimes. And so while we're trying to be unemotional on the outside and just be cutting and practical, underneath it is a lot of emotion. So it almost feels like you guys go back to the ending and you get to flesh it out a little bit and make it a more wholesome ending. That's what it feels like. Because you've got a really good thing on the horizon. But be aware of emotions. Be aware of how they can pull you back into a scenario that makes you more confused. You can always sleep on it. You can always take your time. You don't have to answer right away. And there might be, when you go back to get that wholesome ending, it might be so wholesome that you're like, maybe we can start up something. Be aware of that. That's going to lead you to wild confusion again. So there's this whole feeling in your reading of just do it, just get going, move on with your life. It's time to move on with your life. But heed the importance of leaving the last life, aka relationship, partnership, off in good terms. All right, you guys, sending you off with love and light. Please please subscribe, give the channel some love. Help us get it out to your Leo brothers and sisters. Mwah. Bye-bye.